Sure, he's funny. You've heard of him, you've seen his movies, but you're thinking, is Jack Black a good singer? And is Tenacious D worth seeing live? My name is Jim Chandler with Rock Your Best Vocals, a professional singer for over 30 years and a professional vocal coach for over 20 years. And what I like to do a lot is judge a singer by their live performance. Can they sing live? And does it sound good? And do they perform? And so I got to see Tenacious D last night for Cinco de Mayo at the 3 Arena. Now, it was a packed crowd. I actually went by myself. I had a friend that was going to go with me, but he had to do a gig. He only remembered about it at 5 o'clock, and the gig was at 8, and I was like trying to find other people. I'll explain the whole weirdness about that later. The whole weirdness about why my friend couldn't turn up and why the Phoenix was tied to the two. Stick around until, actually it'd be this way, later in the video if you want to know the weirdness around that, because it's pretty funky. So I went by myself. I was like, okay, so I'm not going to miss Tenacious D because I'm a big fan. But can Jack Black sing? Is he a good singer? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you know Jack Black, if you know Tenacious D, do you like him as a singer? So if you want to hear analysis of what I think about Jack Black's technique as a singer, I'll go into that later there, but I just want to kind of go through some clips now. I can attest to the fact that he is not only a good singer, but a good performer, a good comedian. He's just got everything, like as far as I'm concerned. But I'm going to play a few clips because it was absolutely packed house. It opened up with Kickapoo. Jack Black sings the Dio part, which is friggin' amazing. Necessarily, I suppose, sound much like Dio. Jack Black has a particular style of singing, which I'll get into in a minute, which I think, makes him a great singer. The other thing about Jack is, because he's such a great comedian, he's really good with talking to the crowd.
Let me get a look at you. Damn, Dublin. You're looking good. It's been a while. We miss you. And not just the Guinness. Sexy town. How come you got so many kick-ass people come from Dublin? You got some deep thinkers. You got some passion. Just gotta wet my whistle.
Which is what I love to see at crowd interaction. I heard some people that went to see Bob Dylan and Neil Young. Bob Dylan didn't say a word between songs, not anything. And I think that, to me, I think is really a big deal when you go see, what do you guys think? I like to see that. I went to see Queens of the Stone Age as well in Dublin. Josh Homme, he has great interaction, great chat with the crowd. Like, he's really good with the crowd. He knows what to say, and he doesn't say like a ton, but what he says is like just, it was perfect. It was bang on, but I mean, he's funny as well. And then, because of course it was Dublin, they had to play some Thin Lizzy's, and then of course, what do they launch into? Jabil's Break. Pyro guy, he made Biffy Pyro come out.
Hit this, it never works, never works.
The Metal, the song The Metal, they had this like huge metal robot. It was good. They had like this interaction. It was kind of like similar to Eddie from Iron Maiden.
Say what? I come again.
So I thought that was great. Okay, it wasn't as big as Eddie, but it was still cool to have this kind of big robot come out and take part in the song The Metal. And also, if you're familiar with Tenacious D, you probably know the greatest and best song in the world, Tribute.
This is the greatest and best song in the world. Tribute.
So when they played this, I was amazed because, you know, back in my day, when I first was going to concerts, you used to see the lighters. Now, you see the phone screens. The crowd was amazing. They loved it. Tribute sounded great. But was Jack Black a good singer? Do you think he's a good singer? And I'll tell you what I think, if it matters to you. And that thing is coming up about, I'm going to explain why it was so weird. The Phoenix and why my friend couldn't come, and the empty seat. That is pretty strange. But I want to talk about Jack Black's vocals, his technique. So is Jack Black a good singer? Does he have good technique? What is it about his technique that makes him so good? Well, when I listen to him, it's something that I didn't really think of before, is that he does have a very frontal nasal placement. You'll hear that very, like, in many of the things that he sings, like Wonder Boy. Wonder Boy, take me far away from the monkey. Because it's that frontal placement, that that really tinny and twangy sound. It's not good in some music to have it like too nasally. And if it's too like kind of whiny nasal, it's also not good because it's very irritating. But he does have a good balance between the two. So what makes him not annoying with that, he will start off with a nasal flow. But then he will bring it more into kind of a fuller sound. So that prevents it from being overly annoyingly nasal or kind of whiny sounding. So now let me get into the whole weird reason why a friend who was going to come actually couldn't come. This is really weird, it's really esoteric, and some of you will be into this, many of you won't. But the seat that my friend was going to sit in, they just held the ticket, right? They just said, okay, if he's not coming, we'll just give you your ticket. Well, I looked on my ticket and I was like 137, seat 137. I was like, don't tell me this was 138. And I looked, sure enough, it was 138. And I was like, okay, that's really strange. 138 is the number of years between Phoenix phenomenon cataclysmic events. So Phoenix 138. The next one is in 2040. If you're interested in any of this, go check out Archaic's 138 channel And you'll kind of understand a little bit more why I think it was so weird. And I think he was never actually meant to come. And because I also believe that we're living in a holographic construct, it was kind of like all meant to be in that way. That's my take on it. Let me know if that's too weird for you guys. If you think that that's not weird, then I have some more stuff to share with you, because like that is one of the many things that I like do deep dives into, is some of this esoteric stuff that like many people would be like, what the hell are you talking about? Like conspiracy theories. We always find out sometimes that that conspiracy theories become conspiracy facts after a little while. So that's strange. But a lot of stuff that Jason on RKX138 channel talks about may blow you away. If you're into that stuff, go check it out. If you're not into that stuff, you're welcome to think I'm weird. And leave a comment below if you are into that. And if you have your own opinions on that, let me know too. I hope you've enjoyed this. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Rock your best, vocals where your best keeps getting better. Thanks a lot. Bye.